In just 18 years, more than 10 million miles driven across 100 countries using cars, planes, and camels, stitching over 22 billion images together gives us all access to planet Earth. Except for one place. Through a bizarre series of legal maneuvers, one city in the middle of the country got erased: North Oaks, Minnesota. So because Google is legally not allowed to map the city, I'm gonna get creative and try to finish the job myself and finally complete Google's map. This video is sponsored by FlexiSpot. More on them later. But before we get there, I have something to admit. I live 14 minutes away from North Oaks. So it's my duty to put this mysterious city onto Google Maps. After all, I have a 360 camera, I have the proximity, and I have this YouTube channel here that this video's on, so it kind of makes sense for me to do this. All right, while we're on our way, I want to tell you a little bit about North Oaks because it's got a strange reputation for those that know about it. 5,272 people live in North Oaks. It's a 9 square mile plot of land that is often described as a hidden paradise. And it is the #1 wealthiest place to live in the entire state of Minnesota.
Which in Minnesota isn't Orono or Edina or Wayzata. It's North Oaks.
But when I arrived, I hit my first obstacle. So I just drove the entire perimeter of North Oaks, and every single entrance to the city is marked no trespassing. So I don't exactly know how I'm gonna map North Oaks, but I will do it. So I retreated, but I didn't give up. I called the biggest map nerd in the world.
Hi, Chris.
Dr. Joseph Kursky.
Greetings. Well, I'm wearing my map tie in your honor, and I've got my geography glasses too. I've got, geography on the side there, so.
I instantly regretted not wearing my topographical socks.
You and I love the digital mapping, but it didn't just get invented when Google Maps came in, right?
You're starting to go back into history. How far back can you go?
One, the Babylonian clay tablet from about 5000 BC. That is the oldest actual map.
And that's when I realized we've been trying to complete a map of the world for over 7,000 years, and North Oaks was possibly the last missing piece. The earliest maps, like the Babylonian clay tablet, only showed what one person could see. So in 1570, instead of going farther, we tried something new. 53 map makers combined their maps to create the first modern atlas, one you can buy for $295,000. Except they forgot Australia, and a lot of other stuff. And look, I'm just gonna tell it to you straight. The Wright brothers are frauds. The first real flight took place over 100 years before their plane in 1793. A French hot air balloon flew 3 miles over Paris. Mapping had literally taken off. They just couldn't land. Instead, they would crash into random people's properties. But hot air balloon pilots would make sure to bring a bottle of champagne as a peace offering. It was the tax you paid for invading someone's property. Balloons became planes, and planes became satellites. And satellite imagery finally existed to create an accurate and complete map of the world. Then came Google.
Google? They don't do maps. Well, they do now.
In 2005, Google Maps was launched, and they announced it to the world like this. This was the most detailed photographic map humanity had ever made.
Here we are in Google Maps.
It's not just the US, but globally, yes, that is the main public-facing mapping tool that people use on a daily basis.
But news reports warned about privacy. People worried they would get caught walking out of the porn store. A police officer sued Google for being photographed naked in his yard. So, license plates and faces were blurred. Military sites like the Pentagon were left unmapped. But here's the strange part. Google still mapped neighborhoods marked private. Because in America, private roads are still public right-of-way. And that is where North Oaks comes in. Because in 2007, the entire city was actually on Google Maps.
Google Maps and the Google Street View team has openly invaded the private property which I am a resident on.
But here's where Google went wrong. Roads in the city are privately owned, and there are strict no trespassing ordinances.
North Oaks indeed is unusual.
This is Dr. McAfee, another mapping professor.
You've nailed it. The property owners in North Oaks, the property line goes out into the middle of the street.
This is my house. In most cities, mine included, your property ends at the curb. But in North Oaks, the property line goes halfway into the road. Then the house on the other side goes halfway into the other side of the road. leaving behind no public property.
There's over 80,000 municipalities in the United States, but I haven't found another community that does that.
Which means the Google Street View car wasn't just collecting images, it was trespassing. So, in January of 2008, North Oaks Mayor Thomas Watson sent a formal cease and desist to Google because Google wasn't an invited guest.
They have broken our legal rights as property owners.
On one side, a city of about 5,000 people in the middle of Minnesota, and on the other, the largest technology company on planet Earth.
Not even the ice cream man enters the community, but Google, they think they're better than the ice cream man.
North Oaks stood up to a company nobody else would, and somehow they won. Google removed every image of North Oaks from the map, and still today, 18 years later, the map is blank.
Oftentimes, as a geographer, I get this, hey, Joseph, haven't all the maps been made? No.
North Oaks isn't like us. They have cameras that scan license plates and monitor everyone who enters or exits the city.
And it's really wealthy homes.
They essentially bought their way off of the world map, and that's not fair.
There's a community just to the west of North Oaks that also does not have Street View. I don't know if you're aware of this.
Whoa, what's that?
It's called Arden Hills.
Yeah, Arden Hills?
If you turn Street View on, they have a couple of these things called photosphere.
The photosphere that Dr. McAfee is showing us here was submitted to Google Maps by Edward Fink, a seemingly regular guy, which gave me an idea.
Anybody can create and share a map.
North Oaks didn't say don't map us, they said don't trespass. So I called Mario Howard, a drone expert. You can't go on the private property, like you can't walk on it, you can't drive on it. Can you fly a drone over it?
This is how it works. When it comes to airspace, airspace is airspace, and that's separate from a property. Technically, as long as you show up right outside of North Oaks and you launch from the city where it's not private, and you fly into North Oaks technically in airspace, North Oaks doesn't own that. You can fly there as long as it's okay by the FAA.
And wouldn't you know it, the FAA allows drones to fly there. If you're a registered Part 107 unmanned aircraft pilot, which I am not. Yet. So I decided to spend the better part of an afternoon studying to become a registered FAA pilot and signed up for the test. I passed. Let's take a quick break to talk about something that's slowly been ruining my life. This desk. It wobbles and doesn't stay still, and somehow my back is broken. Thanks to FlexiSpot, I swapped it for this, the FlexiSpot E7 standing desk. Oh, seriously, why is that so satisfying? It has dual motors and a 3-stage frame, meaning it's built to stay stable even when it's fully raised. That's smooth, the desk, not the water. And it is rated for 355 pounds. Studies show 65% of people report feeling more productive while being able to stand. Choose your base, then choose the tabletop of your choice. Use promo code YTE730 for $30 off your FlexiSpot E7 standing desk. Thanks to FlexiSpot for the support. It means a lot to me because I can keep making videos like the one we're about to get back to, and you can keep enjoying them. Turns out it's actually pretty easy to become a registered FAA pilot. So I strapped my 360 camera to the bottom of my drone and headed straight for North Oaks. Or I guess technically just outside of North Oaks. Technically, this is a public road, so I can be here. And that is North Oaks, I think literally right there. All right, here we go. According to Mario and according to the FAA,
You always have to have line of sight. You always have to have eyes on your drone, no matter what.
so right now I can see the drone flying, and if it goes out of my sight, I have to bring it back to where I can see it. So because we can only access North Oaks on the perimeter roads, the roads that border the city, I can't get super far into the city, but I have an idea. Based on Google reviews, there's a park inside of North Oaks. So I called the city of North Oaks to see if I could go.
Hello?
I had a question about the parks in North Oaks. If I don't live there, can I go in those parks?
No, North Oaks is considered a private community, so it would only be available for residents and their guests.
Okay. So basically I would need to be invited by a guest in order to go to one of the parks?
Yes, yep, that's correct.
Okay. But then I remembered something. Google wasn't an invited guest. What if I was? So I made a Craigslist post offering to pay someone to invite me to the park. In just a few hours, I had over 100 responses, and with some encouragement, received an invite from someone named Maggie Smith, a resident of North Oaks. So we're going to a place called West Rec Park. That's where Maggie invited us to. We are officially inside of the city of North Oaks. Okay, I just got to the park. There is somebody here. I wonder if that's Maggie Smith. Excuse me. Hi, are you Maggie Smith by chance? Okay, no. Sorry, somebody invited me here, so. Sorry. All right, here we go. I raced home to upload the remaining images to Google Maps. Finally, the map of the world is complete. And just for good measure, on my way out of North Oaks, I paid the tax for invading someone's privacy. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.